Here's the Contest Caddy. Look at those nice new brakes. Things are awesome. But unfortunately now the next failure is the alternator. So there's the Caddy tucked in the garage. Might be a long project, hopefully not. And let me see if I get a flashlight. Nice and clean, low miles, but the alternator is right there. You can see the pulley. So that's the pulley. So chances are pretty good. I have to remove this plastic piece. I'm probably going to have to remove the hood latch. The hood latch there, the plastic piece on the front. Suggestion is the radiator moves forward, the two electric fans come out. There's a cross member going across that has to come out, so I'll get you to the next step. Let me take the plastic off, maybe you'll see what's under. So I took all the pins out. I didn't take the cover off yet, but essentially what it is a Phillips head screw looking thing in it, but it's not threaded. So essentially what I had to do is I had to pick it out, and then I used diagonal cutters, not to cut it, but just to wedge underneath the lips. And then I actually jammed the screwdriver back underneath to pry it up, and once you pop off the centerpiece, then the center comes right out. So that's that. Saved all of those. Let's see what's underneath this. Looks rusty. Not too bad. Gotta unbolt this, which is the, let's go up a little bit. So gotta take this. This is the cross member that comes out. Jeez, that don't look removable. Does not look removable at all. Alright. We'll start ripping stuff out, see where it gets me. Serpentine belt off, and what I have to do is it's a 1/2 inch socket, fits into the idler pulley right down there. Let me see if I can shine a light on it. Right there. See that? 1/2 inch right there. So that's the 1/2 inch thing. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do it with the camera there and just pop the belt off. So it's going to be on Titan. So it's probably going to be a bitch to get back on after. Boom. Easy peasy. So I popped the belt off. Oh, does it come out? I want to see if it's around anything, because I did get a new belt. Let's go grab that. Plus I don't have to worry about that for a little while. Got a new belt. So we should be good there. Keep that out. And pop the belt off. I'll start looking at taking the radiator stuff off. Here's the deal. So I took the latch off for the hood latch. That was a pain. I ended up taking this, obviously the top cowl off and the bottom plastic cowl. And when I took the bottom off because I was trying to get the hood latch to, well, catch. I lost one of the little clips. It's in this bar somewhere. Alright, so that said, here is the alternator right there. That's it with the shiny pulley. So that's one of the bolts right there, right there in the pulley. So that's gonna come out. It looks like it'll fit out the side, but I don't know. I'm gonna take a break for tonight, and I already took obviously the radiator brackets off. I don't know how to get the electric fans out. I think getting electric fans out is kind of mandatory, so we can fit the alternator by. The guys that have done it, seems like they brought it up over by the air intake and the computer. Move that, flip it over, get it out of the way, and then you got to walk it from this side underneath the front, bottom front of the radiator, and pop it up there and bring the other one in the same way. So that's where I'm at. I don't know. It's all right. I'm not. Yeah, it's fine. So here's the alternator. I got the bottom bolt out, and there's actually a nut on the back side. So I probably didn't have to take it right out, but I took it right out. It was pretty rusty. Got 2 of the 3 bolts out. So the last one, I finally found it. It's right there. You can see it right there lit up. So I was able to get 2 out. The top one came out pretty easy. It was tough. The bottom one was really had 2 hands pressing with my legs on the tire. So this one is right. Let's see if I can point to it with a screwdriver. It's right. Oh no, it's out of camera view. That's why. Right there. Right at the tip of where my screwdriver's coming in. So you can see it right here. That's right on the edge of that bolt. So that's the bolt I gotta get to. Here's the fan shroud is in the way. So I'm at the point where I gotta drain the radiator and disconnect the upper and lower hoses from the radiator, move the radiator out of the way so I can take the fans out, and then I could get at that bolt. Once all the radiator's gone and the fans are out, then I should be able to get the damn alternator out and put the new one in. There's the car, and my head's under here now, but go ahead and look at what we're up against. Let's see if I can find it on the camera. Yep. So here's the bolt right there. I gotta loosen up. Yep. So this one right there. So what I had to do is I put a wrench, and then it was so tight and there's no room in here, I ended up putting a box wrench on the end of it and gave it leverage, and it popped right open. It was awesome. So I haven't disconnected the wires yet. I'm hoping I can manipulate the alternator a little bit to get it to get at the wires a little bit easier when it's off. So there it is. Alright. Looks like the ground wire. There it is. It's off. So now I have to pick off the electrical connections and try to fish it out of there. So that'll be the next challenge. For this upper bolt was pretty rough to remove this, and then what I did was took a large flat screwdriver and kept prying it out of its little holster spot. So it looks like I gotta start the nut and bolt before I throw it up in there, and it just slides in that slot and the 2 brass pieces. I watched other YouTube videos that described it, but I wasn't sure. And we'll keep fishing. We're on. So here's what we got now. I pulled the fans up and out of the way. I did disconnect the upper radiator hose. I left the other one in for now, and there's room in there. So with this up and moving, I'm hoping to be able to walk. You could see the alternator right there. Right there, that's the old one. It's still in there. I'm just trying to wrestle it out to the side, but as other YouTube folks said, it's not really possible. So I got the fans out of the way, so there's a lot of room. I actually unbolted this headlight because these pipes it wasn't allowing to go move the radiator any further forward. So by doing that, I got about another inch, so I could squeeze this out a little bit. And that's where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna see how far I can get the alternator across the front. I already took the airbox out and flipped the computer over as recommended. Doesn't look like a lot of room in there to get it through, but we'll get it up to this point and see what we can do. But I think it'll go back easier together than it came apart. Alright, the fan assembly's out. The alternator is walked all the way across. The last thing I have to do is remove that lower coolant hose, but I'm going to try wrestling with it a little bit, try not to damage the friggin' radiator, and pop it out either right in the middle here, which is going to be tough. I don't know if it'll fit, or I might just end up doing what I got to do to pop that off and go from there. So it's a big job, I guess. but not a lot of strenuous or specialty work yet, just work. It's out. So, and just sure enough, walking it across, couldn't fit it out anywhere. I tried straight up here. It looks like enough room, but definitely not. I probably damaged I got a couple little dents in the fins of the radiator. So ended up pulling the lower off. You know, of course, fluid spilled everywhere. So pulled it off, fished the thing out, and put it right back on. So I don't care about saving the fluid. I just don't want the cat to get into it that lives out here. So I don't want her to get into the antifreeze. So, well, one down. So I'll probably go clean myself up and start wiping things down around here and get it all ready for the new one, and hopefully I don't get too many fingerprints on it. And geez, I'm doing better than I thought, but it's still not easy. Alright, so it came out right through there, right? Popped that hose off, came right out. Walked it across the front around that frame bracket. So that's its home. So what do we got here? Yeah. Alright, taking a break. Awesome. Part way there. Well, it's back in there. There we go. I spilt a bunch more antifreeze, but the thing's, well, it's not in, but it's almost at his resting place, so I'm going to wrestle it in the spot now and bolt it up, see how far I get. All right, I'm sweating. It's a muggy night, but there she is. She's in. So I got to bolt it up, wire it up. Just got to string the serpentine belt now, and then I'll start assembling the front end. Underneath, I'll bolt it up, the cinch bolt. Got the wiring done, the ground wire, and just have to, let me try stringing the serpentine belt now. Take another picture. New serpentine belt on there. Nice fresh little puppy, everything's rung up. New alternator. Alright, next the electric fans are going in. So I gotta slide them in here and clip them up. It's gonna be a little bit of a challenge, but so far so good. It's running. Just gotta put the hood bracket on and it's drivable. I still have the cowl, the plastic top and bottom to put on, but worry about battery. I want to show you. Battery is a nice 14.8 volts when I put the meter on it. So we are back in action. Last night, so now it's back to final assembly. I got some new U-nuts. I replaced some of the rusty ones, the one I lost. I got some white lithium grease to spray everything down with before I put it together. And we're gonna go nuts. So I should be seeing you shortly with a finished product. I'm probably gonna wait to put the plastic on, take it for a test drive and make sure everything's okay, and then I'll throw the plastic on. So right now, things are looking good. The hood latch works, nice and brisk. Everything's on there except the plastic. I did a once over underneath, make sure we're all mounted back up, ready to rock, adjusted. Everything's back in order. I could add some antifreeze. I could pick up 12 bucks. 12 bucks at Walmart. I stopped selling ammo. They had 38 specials, so I guess not all of it. So I'm gonna throw some antifreeze in and go for a rip around the hood. Test drive, new alternator. Everything seems bright. Brakes are working. New battery. That doesn't show the let's see, display mode. There we go. Let's see. Alright. Gets there pretty quick from old Caddy. Fresh oil. Battery's still good. Nice, feels good. New tires. New brakes. Yeah. One more exit. Gets up there pretty quick, and it's so smooth. Nothing moves. I'm just holding the phone in my fingertips here recording. So everything looks good, temperature's good, battery volt's good. Speed's good, it really has acceleration. I guess I don't have it in overdrive either. That doesn't help. I had another gear to go. Alright, I think she's okay.